This is Less Stress Parenting. My name is Michael Hathaway, and I'm fully wired, not on coffee. My son was an unwanted child, not by his mother. She longed for a baby, but by me. I knew all about kids and parenting, and I wanted nothing to do with it. Kids were messy, noisy, demanding, expensive, underfoot, a lot of work, and your life would be over once you had kids. So I wanted to have nothing to do with that. But as selfish as I might be, I could not deny my wife this longing of her heart. And so we got pregnant. And more than once during the pregnancy, I would wake up in the middle of the night with a full-blown panic attack going on. And I was determined, all right, I'm going to have a son, I'm going to have a kid, but I'm going to do it in the less stressful way I can possibly do it, because of what I was just saying. And so Lucas, there's chairs up here, y'all, since we're Lutherans. Go ahead and come up and grab some here if you'd like, or not. Or we could pull these chairs to the back, and then you'd feel more comfortable. Hi, Judy.
Hi, Michael.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you, too.
So Lucas was unwanted by me right up until the moment I held him for the first time. And I remember looking at the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life, and tears just falling from my face. And I loved being a dad. And my wife had given me the greatest gift I will ever receive. And people will ask me, it's kind of a sidebar, will ask me, well, did Lucas know about how his dad didn't want kids? Did he know that story? And the truth, yeah, he knew the story, that I didn't want kids, but how I had certainly changed my mind about that. And so when Lucas was old enough to start asking questions about where babies came from, fortunately he asked his mother. He was a smart kid. I don't know. And so she explained to him the details of how babies were made and so on, and afterwards he goes, "Ooh, no wonder Dad didn't want to have kids." My understanding is that most, or maybe all of you, work in church contexts. So my goal this morning is to provide a very simple tool, or introduce to you a very simple tool related to parenting, and that's this booklet here that'll be available later. It's painfully simple, and therein lies its usefulness and its power. These ideas, these strategies are really good. You can just hand it to somebody and they can read it if they want to, or they can be easily used in small groups in a church setting, if you wanted to have a parent support context going on, or in a Sunday school. It can be spaced out into a variety of different lessons and become a real source of support for parents. The way we grow churches is by church is about families, and families are about parenting, and the way we grow churches is being really family, kid-friendly. So I'm going to present this material as if you were parents. Well, maybe you all are. But as I might do it in a class context, or as I might do it in the therapy room. I was a therapist for 30 years and shared these materials every single week with at least one family. Because often people would come in and were having struggles with their kids, and the first thing that needed to happen was to kind of clean up what the parents were doing in order to kind of see through like a mud puddle, that's got stirred up, you got to let it settle so you can see through more clearly. And so I would work with the parents initially, kind of clean up some of the things they're doing, and then we could see more clearly to see if the child really was having some kind of emotional difficulty or if it was just struggles that were being exacerbated by how people were interacting. There's still 4-hole chairs up here if anybody wants to walk the gauntlet and have a place to sit. So anyway, at the end over there, my friend will have these available to you if you wanted to use them. Did I say that, $10? I'm the world's worst salesman. It just embarrasses me to talk about money. Okay, well, let's dive into it. Most of us who have been parents have had that nerve-wracking experience where our kids are out of control, the situation's out of control, we can't get them to stop doing what they're doing or to do what they need to do. It's chaos, and we're going, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then we have this flash of brilliance. I know, I'll yell louder and say meaner things. And of course, if we do that, then later we feel bad about it. We try to make it up to them. Maybe we let them do what the big fight was about anyway, or we give them a treat, or go easy on something. And then, of course, we've just reinforced the bad behavior and ensured that it's going to happen again. So what we're going to talk about first, and it'll probably take up of all the 7 strategies I'm going to talk about, this one is going to take up the most time because it's the most important. And that's about making a plan ahead of time. Simple idea. But you know what your kids are, the kinds of things they're going to do. And so you can plan how to respond to it ahead of time. And if you're parenting with a partner, whoops, what did I break now? If you're parenting with a partner, you need to create this plan with them. I am just throwing everything everywhere. Okay, I'm really here. The plan has to be made together. It's like a cliche in the parenting world that parents are more effective when they're working as a united team. Now the ideas I'm going to share, they can be useful and work if you're not united with your partner, but better if you are. Because invariably every couple I ever sat with who were parents, one of them was softer than the other. One of them was more inclined to talk more, be more relational in their parenting approach. The other was more inclined to